Let's have a look at the kettlebell swing. We teach the kettlebell swing in 3 stages. We have the deadlift, the Romanian deadlift, and the swing itself. The advantage of the kettlebell swing is that it trains the whole back of the body, your hamstrings, the glutes, and the back itself. While it's strengthening these muscles, it's also working your cardio, your heart and lungs, okay? So, let's look at the stages. We start with the bell directly between our feet. We stand right over the kettlebell. So for the deadlift, and for all subsequent movements, the chest is up, shoulders back and down, and then from here we just sit back until we find the bell. Okay, now from there, stand up and sit back. Stand up and sit back. You can see how the back stays flat throughout the whole movement. There's no curve, there's no rounding of the back, okay? Show you that from the front. Standing over the bell, hips go back, take a hold, and it's just simply stand up and sit back. And that's your deadlift. At the end of the movement, ideally the bell finishes right between your feet. Don't worry if it isn't exactly, we'll clean that up with the subsequent movement. The Romanian deadlift then is your second part. The Romanian deadlift focuses on the hips going back, so you should really feel the load into the hamstrings now, all right? So we start as before, chest is up, we just lift the bell, and this is now our start-finish position. From there, keeping the eyes forward, you just push the hips backwards, 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 as if you're reaching for the wall behind you. Hopefully you can see how the kettlebell stays between the legs. Okay? If you find it going forwards, you'll feel that straight into your low back. So think of a backwards movement. You'll be rocking onto your heels. There and up. Okay? From the front. So you see the shoulders are back, you see the chest is held high and remains high throughout the movement. Nice and steady. Once again, at the end of the movement, just place it down. The bell should ideally land right between your feet. Now, we use the deadlift, the Romanian deadlift, to teach this chest and shoulder positioning and to learn to move through our hips. What we've not done is used our arms, okay? So when we get to the swing, keep that same feeling. The arms are just hooks. We're not going to use them. So for the swing itself, it's a pendulum movement. The body motion is what we've just practiced. So if we lift the bell, and now it's going to use our hips to push forward, sit back, and you see how the bell begins to pendulum. We follow it back, push it forwards. Follow it back, push it forwards. Okay? Nice and easy. The key point at the beginning is just to find a rhythm and to keep the back safe. Okay? We come to the front. As you progress, you'll find you're more comfortable with the bell coming up. And this chest height position is ideally where we'd like the kettlebell to get to. Don't worry about that at the beginning. Okay? Once you have all that, we can add in a dynamic start. So instead of standing over the bell, we take one step back. Now, I'm here. And from here, I'm already loaded in the hamstring in the back. So if I keep the head up and just shoot the kettlebell back, we're straight into the swing. I'll show you that from the side. One step back, take a hold, and you see how the back is straight. The muscles are all stretched, loaded long. We use that to pop. And we're into the swing. Common mistakes. The common, probably most common, is dragging the bell up with the arms. Trying to do this. Okay? The arms are merely hooks. They're not doing any lifting. The power is generated here. So if you focus on throwing the bell behind you, so the more you throw behind, it will swing upwards. And really, we should be able to let go. Don't try that. You should be able to. The bell will be weightless at the top. If you're pulling with the arms, there's no way you can let go and the bell floats. The second big mistake is we sit the hips back too early. So as the bell comes down, we run ahead of the bell. Looks a bit like this. Sit back. Sitting back early. Okay? You will feel that straight away in the low back. It's really quite uncomfortable. So what we need to do is wait for our arms to drop and actually make contact with the body. Once that contact is made, you follow the kettlebell back. And then you'll feel there's no real tension. There is, of course, tension. There's no real overload in the low back. It's all in the hamstrings. So we go from this, sitting back in early, to this, where it's almost like playing chicken. We wait to the very last second and follow the bell. Okay? That's your kettlebell swing. Take your time with that and have fun.